Yes, man. Welcome everybody. I going to like saying that now. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Inter International, where we shine a little light, have conversations, get stories from and experiences from Trinis, living, working, interacting, influencing. That is a word coming up a lot more now. Influencing things outside of Trinidad, and we have a nice one today. I mean, all of them nice, eh? But we have a special one today. A friend of ours, a friend of the family, Terese Joseph, was kind enough after mishaps from before to join us again and do over our interview. When was that, boy? That was sometime earlier this week. So we have a nice one. We was going on shoot for an hour, but end up being a long one again. So get something to drink, get a little snack. we talk about a lot of things, a lot of crucial insights she brought to the fore based on her experience and exposure in the record industry. I didn't want to sell out too much of what we talk about because you wouldn't watch the interview. As a matter of fact, we had to talk about that earlier. We had to talk about the interactions, but we run out of time. So we'll take a little breather, take a little break, get something to drink, get a little snack, get a biscuit, get a cookies, a chips, and and taking this one is really an interesting, eye-opening conversation. Is from somebody who really knows what they're talking about, who is an authority in her field, and for musicians, creatives, people who think, who have aspirations of leaving Trinidad with your art, or sharing your art and expression. I think it's very insightful, and it would be very educational for you. So without further ado, because we packaged the whole show, the intro, everything. So it might start from the intro again. So it's not a glitch. It's really how it's supposed to start, how we recorded it, right? So we go into that now, and I'll talk to Olia a little bit after, once we had the time. So let we head to that now, Skipper. See you in a bit. Yes, man. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday, which is not a Wednesday. We'll explain. Welcome to Inter International, where we shine a little light, have a little conversation, and pretty much mako the lives of Trinis who are living abroad, living and working and interfacing with international environments, businesses, schools, sports, entertainment. Who else we talk to? Environmentalists. So environments. Yeah. We have a lot of as they say, Trinis and everything. It have a Trini everywhere. And we like salt, as they say. So so we just cast out the what you call it? What does one call it, boy? The what is the thing from Thundercats? Oh gosh, I forget. But yeah, we just cast out the net and try and get as many locals. Trinis who live in abroad, and just touch base with them, find out how they got to where they are, and how the Trini experience is involved, or the Trini essence rather, how much it is involved in the day to day, and we kind of question identity, and I guess we getting into patriotism in a bit. I think we had to talk to a couple political or economic analysts to really figure out that one. But anyway, we have somebody waiting in the wings here. I saw you here chuckling earlier. Who I know who has been, well, it's a strange one because we did an interview, if you paid attention to last week's episode, which was episode 12.1 by 2. We had an interview with this person from, what was that, the week before Carnival, and we kind of traced back to Carnival Friday, which is when we did the interview. That TTT wasn't the first person who was struck by Dante, by the zombie of Carnival, the technical zombie this Carnival called Dante. Dante was here whining away Carnival Friday, and we got a 2-hour talk with this sister, and no sound on her end, and I was talking to her for 2 hours, and we still can't figure out how that happened. I doubt it's going to happen again because we run that zombie from in here. We burn incense, we spray thing, we do all kind of madness. So without any further ado, I have my sister in here. Let me make sure this thing working. Hey, there she is. Yeah. My sister, Terese Joseph, who is, let me see if I get it this time.
Let's see.
The S, I could only remember the letters, right? She's the SVP of A&R at
Admin.
Admin. AR admin at you throw more for no. It was WMG.
Warner Records.
Oh, Warner Records. All right.
That's
so
part of WMG Club.
I get it.
SVP of A&R admin at Warner Records.
Right. I get 8 out of 10 all year. It's much better than the very first time. so all right. So we spell it out, but let me actually spell it out now. SVP is what? Senior Vice President?
Yes.
Right. So Senior Vice President of A&R, which is Artists and Repertoire Administration at Warner Records.
Yes.
Oh shucks, I should have said the whole thing instead of looking for a shortcut. I did much better there. So yeah, so suffice it to say, Olia, she's a big shot, right? She's you're watching, she's slide. She's a big shot. That's senior vice president of a division at one of the largest, if not the largest, one of the largest.
Third largest record label.
Third largest record label in the world. So, wow. And she here joining us on. I had to let them know on a Sunday evening. It is actually 6:52 on Sunday evening. Mm-hmm. So you see what we had to go through to get these people. My girl say whole week she's like, because I was scared to tell you that we didn't. I would have had to, but I was scared to tell you, girl, we didn't get the audio on that video.
I was like, oh no!
You understand?
The conversation we had.
Yeah. I said, let me rip off the Band-Aid one time because we could not get around the footage that we had to find the audio. It really is non-existent.
Wow.
So because I know it would be a serious task to get free time from me again. So here we are. Especially
we're here on a Sunday.
Especially during the week, yeah. So the first question is considering that it's two Trinis talking and it's Sunday evening. Well, it's Sunday evening here, it's Sunday afternoon where you are.
Not what I'm cooking, I hope not.
Yeah, what you cook? you know that is what I'm gonna ask you. What you cook?
I got time. It's what is it here?
Wow.
2:54. I got time.
Wow.
It's still afternoon here.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have time.
Yeah, time to order something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna make my own juice today. So that still counts.
Wow.
That still
Okay.
counts.
So we on juice now. Right. I going on when you say you're going to come back when we were setting up. I say I going and see, see a thing load up
So
here.
bigger
with
big
a
spoon of
macaroni
pillow.
pie, you know what I mean? Some potato salad by so, a big chicken by here, a little greens. What happened, yeah?
Not today.
All right, all
I
right.
am supposed to make some okra, so I guess that counts ish.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fan. So okra, whatever you call it, I ain't eating that. So yeah, so we have this important person here giving us lending us some of her time for the second time around, the second go around. And I trying to think back to the things that we talked about the last time, and the high points and the salient points. Because that was a real free flowing session. I really enjoyed it.
We'll get it back. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're here for the vibes.
Yeah. So what was how we had start? Right. So the background was the first thing when you shared your parents, one being Trinidadian, and your upbringing. So give us a refresher on that now. The early years, the formative years, growing up.
So my origin story, I guess, in context of this show, of how my family left Trinidad and came to the States. My dad was a diplomat. So he served in the consulate of Trinidad and Tobago for 13 years. And then he came. So that's how my family came up. And then I was born in the States. So my brother and sister were born in Trinidad. And then I was born in the States. I'm the Yankee. I'm the Yankee out of my family.
Right.
So he served there for 13 years. And then he returned back to Trinidad and served as senior superintendent of police in St. James.
Ah, okay.
So he was a lifelong public servant for Trinidad.
Wow, yeah, that is a lot of service. I'm glad to say I never had any run-ins or reasons to run afoul of your father. I know he's a serious man. Yeah.
It came in handy. I mean, he's passed away, but it definitely came in handy when I got my car towed in Trinidad.
Wow.
I had to pull.
Oh, you made the call.
Because they were not giving me that car back.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I had to pull rank.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know.
That's the only time I ever used it in Trinidad. Only time.
In Trinidad.
Only time.
Yeah, you know, as they say, if you have a link.
I needed that link.
Yeah,
they were
not
giving me that rental back. In the B-Tim on a Carnival Monday.
Wait, nah, boy, you really had to pull that card. Right. So you were born in the U.S. And grew up in what? In New York, or was it East Coast or West Coast?
In New York. New York the whole time.
All right. Okay. So this is primary school, high school,
everything New York. And we moved to Queens when I was about 10 and went to high school there, went to college. So I am a born and bred Trini New Yorker.
What do you call them? Well, no, that is not even fresh water.
Technically, I'm not fresh water.
Yeah.
Since my dad was a diplomat.
Right.
And they didn't know when he was going to go back, because usually you go back when, like, the prime minister changes. Like, your tenure would be over, but
right.
He stayed on for a lot longer. So by birth, they gave me Trinidad citizenship, so I didn't have to go through anything else. It was like, all right, she's daughter of a foreign diplomat,
right,
she's Trinidadian,
right.
That's it.
Right, good. So
I automatically had dual citizenship.
Ah,
from birth.
oh, I see. Right. Yeah, because,
So not
yeah.
so I still always had it, even though they said I wasn't born there, but I had it from birth.
Right, because you see this thing here? This is very important.
I finally got it. Thank you, the consulate of Washington D.C.
Oh, yeah, to make a call again or what?
No. I
This,
went through the process, but
right.
consulate in Washington D.C. Shout out to you.
Nice, because we only dealing with passport holding Trinis, right? We're not on the freshwater and the what you call it, we ain't dealing with grandfather rules.
Nah,
That grandfather.
I got my papers.
Yeah, that grandfather rule is only for footballers, right? Yeah, so nice, man. So she a real Trini, man. She documents to prove. It looking new though. You gotta put some stamps on that.
Nah, it's fresh. Fresh from DC.
Yeah,
Got it like 2 weeks ago.
All right, well you had to get the hummingbird on it quick.
Oh wait, there's a difference.
What? No, you had to get
Oh.
the immigration stamp.
Oh, I was like, there's enough.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
like, I just got this.
No. Nothing wrong. Your documents seem correct. Just don't open that page on the screen, Miss Lady, because
Yeah.
they ain't easy. Right. So what you studied in university, were you always intending to be involved in the music industry, or what happened between I don't know, because a lot of people say you know, well, there's musicians that is say they were sure very early that is something that they wanted to be involved in, but in your aspect as a executive, as a administrator, was it something that you chose, or were you studying elsewhere, doing something else, and then the road led you to be involved in music?
Right. So I went to Queens College for undergrad, and I majored in media studies. So I thought I was going to go into like television production and
Right.
the behind the scenes, the control room. So I studied that in college, and it was very competitive to get a job in New York in that industry. That graduate college, trying to figure it out, and I happened upon an internship at a record label, and I took it. At that time, it was Island Records, which was part of Island Def Jam. They were combined at that time. So I was on the Island Record side, like the pop rock side, when I started. And I worked my way up from intern to temp to all the way up to, where I am in the music industry now.
All right. So you were going through the newspaper, and you just saw an internship.
I had a family
Island
member.
Records.
I had a family friend who was interning at Def Jam, and I was just like, I got to do something. Like, I can't just be home with this college degree just doing absolutely nothing. It was just like, at that time, it was kind of easier to get an internship because they didn't pay us.
Okay.
Like, we were just there, like, hustling. Like, they were expecting us to work like we were employed, like, showing up every day. Don't come in late. Like,
Right.
do this, do that. Like, you were working like you were getting paid, but you were not getting paid. Like, that was the old school
So
internship.
before that,
you really had to want it.
Indeed, yeah,
And show that you
want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there in industries like that, that is a critical, skill. People need to see that you have that determination, because things happen that you would need to rely on that. Because when the shit hits the fan, in show business is is real thing flying.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah,
like,
so
you had to show on it. You had to show you were running around. You were doing this. You were raising your hand
and
to do
paying
that.
attention. Yeah.
And paying. And that's the whole point of to being the intern. Paying attention.
Yeah.
I would started out in marketing, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is what I want to do, but then all of a sudden, like, all right, I just need a gig. Let me just like get in and figure out what I want to do, and then I ended up getting a job in A&R administration. And I was like really good at it. So I just kind of that was my sweet spot.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So, a question I like to ask, right? Because a lot of the, well, so far, a good bit of the guests on this show are like the head of things now. So, and like what I was talking to John Squared, John, last week. I was talking about like it's not just who is this kid who get the award the other day for the Twitch and the streaming thing. Oh gosh. Anyway, it's not them
Well,
kind.
Kai Sanat.
Yeah, Kai Cenat. It's not just them kind of influencers we have now. We have like actual, real, real influencers. You know, people who make decisions and things happen, right? So I like to ask about your skill set. So in A&R admin, what is the key, or what are the key like disciplines or aspects of that job that you would have amassed from school, from the media, from the media studies and thing, to transfer over to that field, and probably one or two things that one or two skills that you lean on, like a lot during your day-to-day life in the position that you have.
Well, I would say what I majored in college. It's television production is very different from like the music business. So what I'm doing is still kind of helping the producers. I guess in film it'd be more, the role would be like a line producer.
Okay.
Making sure everything's together, making sure we stay within budget.
Oh, that's critical.
So in that kind of aspect, so I guess to translate, I'm a line producer for music, so A&R admin. So what we do is we take care of managing recording budgets, making sure we have all the clearances for releases, heading up the studio time, negotiating deals if we have to with studios and producers and engineers. So we always get the best rate, making sure we have all our sample clearances, making sure everybody that worked on the record is credited. So like these are important functions in the business of a record label, because if we don't sign off, the record can't come out.
Oh, for real?
Like if A&R admin has to sign off saying we have all the clearances, we're not going to get sued. We have all the credits, the lyrics, we have the final audio. If we don't sign off, it doesn't go to production.
Wow. So
we're like a crucial step to the recording process. We're usually like the smallest department in record labels, but we have a big function of making sure we have everything making sure we have legally everything we need to do to release a record.
Right.
And we stay within the parameters of the budget that we're given.
Pursuant
to the contract.
For real, that is.
So we pay all the producers, we pay all the, well, not writers, because publishing more deals with writers. So we would pay all the producers, the engineers, the studio, any side artists, any samples. And we have to retain all this information, especially for things that might happen later on, and they need to reference back. Oh, did we get the clearance for this? Was this set up right?
Yeah.
Do we have the splits?
So the splits, the splits. That went to a conference some years ago, and this guy was talking about how important that is, because you don't want that to come back when something catch a fire and it's very popular, and somebody who has a reasonable claim come and say, I were 50%, I were 40%, because
even if I have a conversation with somebody, like I go back on an email, so we all know what the terms of this agreement are, so there's no surprises.
Right. And you have to be on that like 24/0, because that is something that could sink the ship easily. We've seen a lot of people run afoul of contracts and sampling, especially clearing samples, and
like the sample's not cleared,
making sure the I's dotted and thing. Even Starboy run afoul of that with Sting. So the producer that
Yeah.
will not be named. So
Yeah. Get your paperwork. I know it's not like a thing in the Caribbean, dealing with some of the other artists. I mean, just because it's not the proper infrastructure there.
yeah,
But having contracts and paperwork,
yeah,
so there's no misstep, there's no disagreement. This is what we agreed to, and
Yeah.
it's legally binding, is so important. But I think that's like a afterthought
no, but you see, the thing is, if
in the Caribbean more.
right, and
It's like
is
they
it-
pay for the track and like that's it. But like, what if the track blows up? Then we have to hustle to get paperwork.
yeah, and it's important that you are saying that from the, from the perspective that you have and the position of authority that you sit in, letting people know that these things are very important when you come into deal in that kind of market and that kind of volume that could be
Yes.
very expensive.
In the big leagues, it's
and-
like,
yeah,
it's not,
definitely.
you're not coming out with a record unless you have all the clearances.
Right, and people, which is, you see why it is ask these people to come on the show and talk, because if we have aspirations, we'd certainly have the talent in Trinidad, right? Nobody is saying that we don't have the talent. We have a wealth of talent in Trinidad.
abundance.
You know what I mean? And entertainment, music, all of that, right? We have that. We have that covered. But there are, these parts of the machinery that you need to be prepared for. You have to make sure that your contract's straight. You have to make sure that your splits in order. You have to make sure that your legal standing before you put out any work, as much vibes as it would have.
Right.
It could have all the vibes. But
Exactly.
if it have a sample that ain't cleared, or it have somebody who wrote on it, or who made some kind of input into the track that they could prove that you don't credit and that you don't have an agreement with, then
That could be the death of a record.
crap will smoke your pipe, as we say. And it's not just, I mean, in locally we have the circumstance where the artist is the writer, the producer, they're doing the mixing and mastering.
But not all the time.
They're doing the promo, they're doing this, they're doing that. So if you really want to break through and, make sure that your, for want of a better word, your product is ready for mass consumption or consumption in different markets, it is advisable to get legal and I guess management, some kind of
Right.
management that could handle those aspects, and you just focus on creating your
brand.
expression. Yeah.
I
Just,
feel like in Trinidad is more concerned about, maybe in the Caribbean as a whole, the live performance. So you'll have contracts for the live performance, of course, the promoter, the venue, things like that, that
the kind of
require.
stories I hear, I ain't too
That
sure about that
require-
either.
I mean, I would hope so.
I ain't too
that
sure about that
require
either.
kind of paperwork, but I think the actual music itself, from what I've witnessed and I've seen and I experienced, it's not like set in stone.
Yeah,
I want you to understand that what I'm paying you for this track, or
Yeah.
what I'm paying you for writing this song. These are the terms. And also, you as the writer and producer, making sure that you're not giving away everything. Even though you're taking this compensation, you're still part of the creative process.
yeah,
So, the artist might be like, well, I paid you this, I own all rights flat. So if anything happens, you have no claim. Now I have to think as a producer, long term, do I want that?
yeah,
That's where the negotiation comes in. Do I want to give them 100% of the song and then have no rights afterwards?
Right.
I always think of your song as if it's going to blow up, because you never know.
I mean, isn't that the
You
intention, right?
you never know. So think of your music as like, it's, if you're working with, collaborators that you usually do,
Yeah,
people get loose. I was like, yeah, that's my partner. Like, yeah, that's my boy. He wrote me this song. It's a
Yeah.
hit. But always think about the next step. And that's from all sides. That's from the artist side, that's from the producer side,
Yeah.
and from the writer side.
Yeah.
Those are all important aspects of the record, which is the
Absolutely.
publishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've
Because
seen
sometimes the artists don't even write their songs, and they're just
correct. Yeah,
the artist is
we've
paying
seen
you, so like that's it, we're done. I own 100%. See you later. Thanks for the song. Thanks for the track. Bye.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
got to sit there and think, the long term.
Yeah. So we've seen cases, big high profile cases where what comes to mind, Bruno Mars, Trinidad James, who
I think
else?
the best one
that was the
was
sample, the Robin Thicke and T.I.
maybe
and them
Denise
with
Belfon and Shensia.
Oh, what was that
Like I'm
one?
not,
That was,
I don't know
that
what the
was
resolution was that of like who actually 100% owned the rights to that song.
oh shucks.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't want to be like, oh, I know this for fact.
Yeah.
I know there was brought to discussion like, oh, did you credit Denise Belfon? Did you ask her if you could do it, Shensia? But if I was the record label, I'm just clearing whoever the writers are. So whoever's listed as the writers and the master owner, that's who we're clearing. It may not necessarily be Denise Belfon. She might not have writer's credit. She might not own her master. She might have just sang the song.
Oh yeah, you see how tricky
So
it
in
gets,
that
and
instance,
and that is somebody else now.
yeah, there was like, oh, she's not listed as a writer. Well, contractually, paperwork wise, or whoever paid for the track, she might have never been listed as a writer.
Wow.
She might have just been the performer. So she would have lost out on whatever splits of the Shensia song, whatever portion of the Shensia song the sample was now taking.
Right.
Because she's one not listed as a writer or one not. Speculation, of course. I want to preface that, she would have lost out because she's not listed as a writer and she's not listed as the master owner. She has no claims.
Yeah.
So she would get no money from the Shensia song or get no publishing.
Shucks. Well, look at that, and look how easy. Yeah. And
even though like Shensia's record label probably did the right thing and went out and cleared the sample. So they're clearing it based off of whoever registered it. She might not be the person. I don't know. I haven't went back and checked out the credits for that, but I know that was a big discussion that, was she listed as a writer and then, was the business worked out? But there might have not been any business to necessarily work out with Denise Belfon. Once again, I'm speculating. I don't know.
As an
the
example.
Actual clearance, I wasn't involved, but that's how things can get murky.
Yeah, and
like an example.
And that's like what there's two levels, and look how confusing that is already. That
right, because the business might have not been shored up.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
or it was shored up properly for the agreement that was had. Whoever the writer was, and whoever the writers are, and whoever the master owner is. So it might have been shored up, and she just wasn't part of it. So Shensia's label did what was legally correct, and I used to work at that record label, so I'm pretty sure they properly cleared whatever was registered.
A question I wanted to.
Well, I didn't work at that record label, but I worked in the Universal system.
Okay.
When that came out.
This was just an example of how.
Just an example. It may be true, it may not, but it's
how things could happen. This was not. My guest depiction.
I didn't do the research, but I heard
what happened with said artist on that track. Okay,
the talk was coming up. Did she talk to Denise Belfon? She might not have needed to.
Right. Yeah. Because of who was listed,
or her label may not have needed to. It wouldn't be like, unless she wants to like personally, as respectfully, but legally and sample clearance wise, she may not have had to. Her label probably didn't have to talk to her.
Right. A question I wanted to ask you. Well, that came up to mind after the last session. So you worked at Def Jam for how long? Let me get a sense of that. Island Records / Def Jam. How long?
Yes.
How long were you there?
So I would just kind of group it all together. Universal. I worked at Def Jam, Universal. Victor, which was also part of Universal, and Capitol, which was also Universal for 20 years.
Wow.
I look young, but
Listen.
I worked there for 20 years.
And we know you start early, so and the wow is
Yeah.
no, the wow is it's not about age. You look fantastic, darling. Um, marvelous. What I'm talking about is that's a long time, right?
Yes.
To be in that aspect of show business.
Right.
Right? That means, you definitely have the tenacity, the smarts, the was the authority to be where you are, the respect.
I've seen a lot.
As a woman
I've been part of a
executive,
lot
nah,
of,
let me do
projects.
let me do dance around it. As a woman executive in that industry, you would be there's a lot of things that a lot of what is the word, boy? A lot of individuals, a lot of psyches that don't want you there. A lot of high ranking female executives in all fields, mention being attempts at victimizing them, ostracizing, people not taking you seriously and all of that. So invariably you would have to put your foot down and establish yourself in that arena, and to do that for 20 years. Nah, definitely I sure people would think twice before they knock on your door.
I mean, it's a lot of work. You deal with a lot of personalities, but I feel like I think this is the way I'm raised, and part of my Caribbean upbringing that I love so much that my work's gonna speak for it.
Nice. That is what
no matter what
about.
you say, like you can't deny like my work ethic.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I think was instilled in me from young, and I just carry it in, how I conduct myself at work.
No, fantastic. And I see that they recognized you. When was that? Well, twice for Black History and something else as
women in music.
Yeah, women in music.
2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was working at Capitol.
Right. So yeah, you definitely stand out and make your mark. But the question I wanted to ask you about the Def Jam thing is, so you were there as an intern for at intern level for how long? A year, 2 years?
Intern temp, 6 months.
Right, 6 months, and then you get in.
I get in. I get through.
You get a little in. So between, let me frame this. Let me see if I could frame this properly. Yeah. Right. So from intern level, right, moving up through the company, and now on executive level. Anybody that you worked with or was around? I'm talking about stars, because admin staff and behind the scenes staff will remember you, but I'm talking about like stars who you worked around, who remember you from being an intern when you are now that you're an executive.
I think a lot of producers remember me because I would give them their first paychecks. Like back in the day, we used to get wasn't like a direct deposit or a wire. We had physical checks that used to get printed,
right? And
we had to do letters every day at 5:00, sign the letters and mail out. So a lot of people still was like, I have the letter that you mailed to me,
nice.
UPS, and you signed it, and I made sure my signature was fly.
Right.
had a little kick and pizzazz to it. So a lot of producers, remember me from just getting their first checks.
Yeah,
they come up to me all the time. It's like, you cut me my first check in the music business when I sold my first beat. I was like, I used to love when I used to see your name on the UPS because I knew it was a check.
Because we're Welsh, right? So
yeah.
So yeah, you were the hand that was feeding.
Yeah, well, making sure they got it.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, yeah, you would remember somebody
The
from.
people who pay it.
Yeah, I mean, at least
Wait,
at least you remember the name. So if it's late, you know who to ask for. Yeah.
yeah, because they'll start looking. And people still ask me like, you know anybody that can help me? I was like, I don't work there anymore. I can't.
Oh,
help.
even now.
Yeah, I was like, I can't help you. I don't work there anymore. If you want
Oh,
something where
shucks.
I am, maybe I can help you.
Right, right, right. So, all right. So here we're going on because I don't remember. I don't remember to take a break and then come back. But when we come back, I want to talk about I want to really question your Trini identity. Yeah. Nah, just playing.
Quiz.
Just playing. I mean, I am, but it's not going to be that serious. But I taking a break now, and then we'll come back in a bit. Right? See you soon.
Need to raise funds for your next creative project, event, or invention? Or maybe you or a family member are raising funds for much needed medical treatment. Now, you can get started raising that much needed cash via Donate68.com, the newest 100% homegrown crowdfunding platform in Trinidad and Tobago. Donate68.com accepts donations from all major credit cards, but not only that, for those without a credit card, you can use your everyday Visa debit card to make donations. So log on today and create a campaign for your next passion project, startup, or cause. Share your campaign with your community of family, friends, and supporters to get the financial backing you need. Donate68.com, funding your culture.
Yes, and we're back here with Miss Terese Joseph, who is sharing very generously her experience as a music executive in a very important part of the business, one that is very much behind the scenes, but you explained that without the green light from you guys, then things don't get released or shouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. But like I said before we went on the break, I want to question your Trininess, right?
Uh-oh.
It's not a quiz or anything. How many
I
times?
showed the passport.
Nah, yeah, we see that.
Am I
Yeah.
not good?
Not too sure it's your passport. But yeah. Nah, just play. So the question is, how many times you play mass?
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have headpieces in the corner over here. You can't see it. I started in 2000. That I do know. Gosh, I can't even. I don't know. A couple times in different bands.
Right.
I can name the different bands.
All right, yeah, because there's one band in particular I'm trying to get to, but it's not the band in Trinidad. Our friend here also has her hands in her hands in a carnival band outside of our shores, in where is that? LA,
In
California.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that band, the Massive.
So Hollywood Massive was a band that I had with my cousin Rob Riley, who's an actor. He's on Divorced Sisters on BET Plus right now. He was also in Dynasty for numerous years. I called him one day and we were just talking. I was in Tobago and I was like, we should do a section. I don't know what came over me, but that's literally how it happened. Like, we should do a section. He was like, at that time he was living in LA and they had just started LA Carnival. So we decided our first run, we were a band in Ecstasy, which was a band out in LA. And then the second year we just decided to do our own band, which was Hollywood Massive. And we were doing Hollywood Massive in LA from 2015 to 2018.
Okay. How was that? How was that experience?
I think 2014. It was fun. It was a lot of work. I respect all the band leaders. I learned the hard way, like not having your production right, because because of administration, I'm like, we have to do this step, this step,
Right,
this step, and
right.
this step. And I don't have a little tolerance for like missteps that I could have
We didn't do
avoided.
that yet, but here we're going on.
With communication, everyone was like, this is mass, this is how things go, you
Yeah,
shouldn't get
yeah.
in it. I was like, no, why am I accepting XYZ, XYZ? So like, I would say the first year I got trial by fire. And then like the other years I met more people, just going, through the fashion industry in New York, where most of the designers and where the production is, started. The production process would be started with getting your materials and then meeting with the manufacturers. They're all in New York.
Right.
So I did all of that running around, like where they're getting their beads, where they're getting their feathers, where they're getting this, like the seamstresses.
Back
I learned
to
everything
back to
year
intern
one.
days, Gail.
I was like, I learned everything year one, but it was a fun experience. It was a lot. Like, I do wish now that I am in California that the carnival was able to grow bigger, and that more people like on the West Coast who can't always fly to Trinidad, doesn't want to spend 12 hours flying from LA just to get to Trinidad.
Yeah.
And 2-3 connections that, don't want to do that, want to have a little piece of home. So I kind of wish like it still continued here, but it just, personally, I didn't feel it like it had enough of the continuous input to sustain. Like, they still have it. Like, shout out to Graham from Winery Mass. He's still doing it. He's still fighting a good fight. I got my own views of how it could grow, but I'm kind of staying out of it. But it was definitely an experience.
Right.
Like I said, I had a mass band, I had a section. If I wanted to do it again, like, I could, but I think I'm retired right now. I think I'd rather just jump in the line.
Yeah. So all right. So what was the numbers? What was the peak period or a highlight of doing it that stuck with you?
I mean, I think it was like our first year as a band. Like, we had performances too. Like, Tess came out, Destra, we threw parties.
What?
Like, we were all in it.
Don't make joke.
For our first year as a band. So it was like, and just my friends coming in and volunteering. Like, it was really like a family function.
Yeah.
And that part I liked the most. And we all just like rolled up our sleeves and just got it done.
was the Caribbean? Well, I guess it would extend to Caribbean. I don't think just Trini masqueraders could hold up that. But was the Caribbean network or community over there in LA?
I'd say the biggest population are Belizeans, which we realized our second year. I think, first year they wanted like people to fly into LA, come to LA. I was like, nah, we gotta set up roots to who's here.
Yeah.
So we like tapped into California, Los Angeles' big Belizean population, and they were like amazing.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yeah, because I mean it's close enough. They understand the experience.
Oh, they fully understood everything.
And
Like,
anything
like
close
the
to
first
home.
Supporters. They were like our first supporters. So shout out to LA Belizeans. Nice.
Yeah. So you also have a what is that? An experience under your belt that not many get to have either. I think maybe no one else would get to have because the competition done. You were a Soca Monarch judge as well.
I was in 2020 before the great pandemic.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, before. Yeah, in the golden ages. In the golden ages. How that happened, Gil? Because I knew you were here, and I think we limed that week. And then
Yeah.
I home watching, or I was in between things, watching the Soca Monarch. And they cut to the judges, and I was like, oh, wait, what what Terese doing there? How you end up there? How you end up there?
Um, I got a late call from my good friend Simon Baptiste. At that time, he was producing the show and was like, "I need you to be a judge." I was like, "But I'm trying to go to this party with my friends."
You understand?
And he was like, "Nah, I need you to come be the judge." I was like, "Only for you, Simon." So I sent my friends to the party that I really wanted to go to, and they had a time. I think Chromatics went in my place with my friends to the party. They had a great time, but Soca Monarch was fun.
Yeah,
Met
it
some
is.
great people as the judges. Val from Lost Tribe, the producer Sheriff, Julius from Caesar's Army. And always forget this woman's name, but she's a journalist. She's amazing. She was also one of the judges.
Okay.
So we had a solid panel.
Yeah. I guess we had to go back to the tape to solve that to solve that mystery.
That was the year College Boy Jesse.
Right. That was the question. College Boy won that year. That was a great performance on his part. I think he catch everybody off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bigger names kind of rock back on the name, and probably, if I remember correctly, didn't really concentrate on the performance and the presentation too much.
Well, I think that's where I think it might have lost its. How do I say that? Maybe like a change of how it's perceived, right? Because people like, I had the hot song, so I deserve it. But I'm like, but this is where you prove it with your performance.
Correct.
You know, people get mad at Marshall. I was like, he puts on a performance. Granted, he has more funds to put on a performance than other people, but take Calypso Monarch. I thought Terry Ann Lyons was amazing.
She killed it. That one was, listen.
Amazing.
If Terry
But Young
didn't
Brother
win,
was right side by side to her.
Yeah, if she didn't win that Calypso Monarch, Trinidad would still be thing would still be mashing up all now. 2 weeks after.
Like, she put on, like, I don't know whose song was bigger at the time. Like, I don't know. She put on a performance.
Yeah, it was
like
proper.
You could not deny her. Like, Young Brother performance. It carried the song.
Yeah,
that's what you're judging. You're not judging the song and
the popularity.
You're judging that night.
Yeah.
The song got you there.
Yeah.
But how are you going to deliver it that night?
Correct.
And I think that's what people miss of the competition. It was like, oh no, we fighting each other down. I was like, yes, it's a competition, but your song got you there. Your performance is gonna make you win.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think that's where people lose, or people always get mad at Michelle. But there's other things you can do.
Yeah.
And that still have a great performance. Like, there wasn't no big stage. I mean, of course, this is Calypso Monarch.
Yeah.
It wasn't some big stage performance with Terry Ann, but she left it on the table.
Yeah.
Terry Ann, am I saying her name right? Or am I mixing up saying Faye Ann and Terry Ann together?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, Terry Lyons. 100 apologies. I just realized what I was doing. I was putting Faye Ann and sorry, 100 apologies.
Yeah,
Terry Lyons, forgive me. You are amazing. I'm sorry I put those two names together. I was like, hold on, this doesn't sound right. Terry Lyons.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're a queen. You're amazing. Nobody can tell you any difference.
Yeah.
Beautiful. When she ripped off the head wrap.
And you know you had to get the names right, because people on the night
Terry
weren't
Lyons,
getting names right.
Terry Lyons, you are a queen. I love you. Like, I wasn't too into it before, but I think those two performances made me really want to listen to Calypso Monarch more.
Yeah.
The lyrical
is a real important
delivery on
part
both
of
of
the part of the the crescendo into Carnival.
Is the culture. And I think, the pretty fetes and stuff like that, it's sad, like, the stands weren't full. It's sad, like, people are not watching the Mardi Gras. Like, these are things when I was little I would hear about. It was like, oh, going into the grandstand, getting your food, you chilling, people fighting for tickets to get in the stand to
Always
watch.
bacchanal to get into the stand. Always bacchanal.
I think, what I would love to see is in a more of an investment there, because that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
The competitions do make it special. Like, I'll watch a Chutney Monarch. I might not watch it all the time, but I'll watch it then.
Yeah.
And those are the things that make Trinidad special.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, the fat, the nakedness, yes, okay. But there's certain things that make Trinidad special. Like years ago, I went with Kesta Band to see the Cambolet reenactment. I never knew this existed. I was going to Carnival for years.
Yeah.
And I was in so much awe of how beautiful that tribute is to what Carnival is all about.
Yeah, it's definitely an institution that people need to be aware of, and that they need to keep going. I don't know.
That's what makes it special. Like,
yeah, I don't know the way how things looking.
Look highly unlikely.
Yeah, I ain't saying that, but the way how things looking and the way how people moving with cultural institutions might be up for an adjustment. Let's just say.
An adjustment. And I think that's why people are maybe looking at the smaller islands, because it's a different experience that's specific to them. Like people are going to Grenada because they want to see jab.
Yeah.
That is specific to Grenada. Grenada highlights the jab.
Yeah.
Like this is Grenada. Like
the authenticity,
Dominica's now in the
authenticity
conversation
of it is credible. You can't deny that them really into this thing. This is not a show.
They're into it. The government supports it. Grenadians support it. I think the same thing can happen in Trinidad if it's just supported.
Yeah.
Now there may not be money in it. It's just like how marketing changes. It's just a marketing shift. Like how you had elaborate mass and now it's gone down to it could fit in the palm of my hand. That was marketing.
Some people would complain, some people would.
Well, there's got to be a good mix.
Yeah, a middle ground, right?
Like I love what Lost Tribe is doing, but I wish other bands would incorporate Lost Tribe. I remember when I was playing mass, like everybody had a standard. They hated the standard, but I was like, but now when you look back at it, the standard made the costume.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it probably got pitched to the side later on, but it made it complete. And I just wish, I love a, little naked wire bra mask, but I just want to see more creativity.
Yeah, and there's room for it, right? Because,
Or sticking to the theme. Have it look like the theme at least.
Yeah, because you can't depict everything with beads and feathers. I mean
you can, but if you're doing under the water, give me some pearls and some sheets.
Give me a shell now. Give me something. Give me something.
The Amazon, give me some green and reds and blues.
Feathers.
Give me some elaborate feathers. If you're doing,
Yeah.
I just rather see that.
Yeah,
at least
people
if we're doing
Journey to Taj Mahal in pink feathers. Like
if we're doing an Indian representation, desert. Give me something that reminds me of the desert. Like, give me a little mask. Give me a little head wrap.
Ostrich feathers.
Something, I would just love that wood to come back. We could still be skimpy, but stick to the theme. I think when I was doing mass, I was very, yes, I'm doing mass, but let me stick to the theme.
Who was designing? We kind of missed that question. Who was designing the costumes?
For us, it was our main designer, who was Claude Desir. He's from St. Lucia. We had another young lady, Honey, from Goldie Mass. She's Belizean.
All right, okay.
And we had Marlon. I forget Marlon's last name. Forgive me. He's from New York, and he's Trinidadian.
All right. Okay.
So we had a mix of different people designing for us.
All right. Yeah. So we're talking about creativity and and challenging creativity and getting it to expand. In your purview, what genres you really oversee in at the record company?
Oh, when I was at Def Jam, it was mostly hip hop and R&B, but where I am now, it is a mix. So I oversee the A&R admin department, and we have country artists, we have rock artists, we have R&B, we have a full mix of everything. So we oversee multiple genres.
Right. Okay. How is
Country.
that? How is that for your I don't want to say attention span, but how is that for your whole outlook now? Because you're getting a bigger picture of I guess the industry and you know how the thing working.
Well,
How interesting is that for you now?
well, it's great because I get to meet different players where I was mostly doing hip hop and R&B. Now I'm, talking to the country guys in Nashville and what they're doing, and learning who's in Nashville. So it's definitely a good experience to have
Yeah.
a bigger view. And then of course, Trinidad and Soca, I worked with Kes the Band. I worked with, Nyla Blackman, Anson,
Yeah, that we neighbors.
advise different producers like Full Blown if they needed help,
Right.
things of that. So I don't stick to one genre of music.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That makes me diverse.
No, and that is definitely another what's that aspect of the people that we talk to. Another team that coming up in the show is being flexible and
Yeah.
the ability to to pivot and to change your direction like that. A lot of people get stuck in various positions and doing things a certain way. Like I said, the artists here more comfortable with, I shouldn't say comfortable, but more used to just doing everything and being the producer and the writer and the singer and the wardrobe person and the hairdresser and the marketing one artist doing all of that for themselves. They're doing their own videos and all of that. So
I mean, which is fine, but you just got to be disciplined.
yeah, well,
Like Beyonce oversees, all of her stuff. She does have a mega team, but she also makes a final decision.
no,
right?
overseeing
Yeah.
and having the
You gotta be
final say,
disciplined.
definitely, of course. I mean, because how real is it if you not deciding how you look and or you don't even have a say in how you look and that kind of thing. But you definitely need to know where your strengths are and
Right.
and focus on that and let other people whose strengths lie elsewhere augment and supplement the whole production process, I suppose. So yeah, so what is your involvement in Trini music? Because people clamoring and people vex. They don't have no Soca Grammy yet. What we doing about the Soca Grammy?
Well, the thing, I'm a Grammy voting member, so I'm on the committee, the people who actually vote for the Grammys, and talking to people that are like trustees and things like that. You only get a Grammy if you have the numbers.
Right.
Afrobeats had the numbers to justify them getting an award, their own separate category. Reggae has the numbers of supporters to justify getting an award.
Absolutely.
Soca is not there yet. Either people didn't register their music in time, which happens, I guess, I don't know how many people actually even register their music. They don't register their music. If they are voters, they're not paying their dues, they're not involved, they're not seeing what's going on to see how it could benefit them. You have to show up. And the Grammys are just, think it's a popularity contest, yes, but also there's like 3 tiers to being nominated and to ultimately getting a Grammy. It's like, there's a submission, the first submission.
Right.
And then there's a committee that properly places you where you need to be, even though you're submitting it. Then there's a first round of voting. It's literally every song you could think of in the entire globe. It takes me like a week because I take it seriously to vote. Like I'm not just click, 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 click. Like I go in, I listen, or I already kind of know what I'm looking for.
Right.
It's literally like thousands of songs. There's so many songs you have to choose from. So that list gets narrowed down to then who ultimately gets the most votes into who gets the Grammy nomination. But the most important step is registering your music. If you want to be a Grammy voter, you know, talk to your network to see who are Grammy voters now who can recommend you, because you need 2 recommendations from Grammy voting members to be a Grammy voting member. You could be a member of the Grammys, like anybody could sign up, I think. But to be a voting member, you need 2 people to recommend you.
Okay, that's
Don't quote me on that last part, but I know for you definitely need 2 recommendations. And I've given recommendations to people in Trinidad before. I gave it to Cass, I've given it to Full Blown, I've given it to Nyla. They are Grammy voting members, but you have to keep up with it.
Yeah.
It's like $150 a year. Might be too much for people, I don't know, but you got to show the numbers in order to get the recognition.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just kind of like displaced. It's like, you're not going to get a Bouillon Grammy. Sorry, you're not going to get, you know, a Jab Grammy. You have to come together and to get the numbers. And right now, the Caribbean does not have the numbers and the amount of people that are advocating for there to be a soca Grammy. So I think we're a little far off from that wish. The closest one to it with soca would fall under is the world category. They have a world song, but you have to submit your music. And there wasn't a lot of soca artists submitting music.
Why you think that is?
I guess it's like, I'm never gonna get it. It'll make no sense. And then you get mad when somebody else wins. I'm like, how did this person get nominated? Because they submitted their stuff.
They submitted the music, right?
They have somebody advocating for them, and I think that's where it starts. They need advocates, proper advocates for soca to advocate the Grammys for, you know, these type of awards.
Yeah, but yeah, if it's one thing we're not short of in Trinidad is supporters and online voters for some reason.
But it's not just Trinidad. All the islands would have to come together. Trinidad can't sustain it alone. It's like,
exactly. That is
1.5 million people in Trinidad. Well, there's like 20 million in Nigeria. So you see, the numbers and the advocating are just not.
That's the thing,
equal,
right? I'm glad you're saying it. Because
they have to come together as a region to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a CARICOM initiative. But right now they're beefing, so I don't even know.
Right now, CARICOM. Forget that. Forget our CARICOM support right now. Right now, I might be able to go Grenada. So the thing real sticky right now. We might have to get visa to go Grenada.
I think so. I just got an email saying that I needed to sign up for something to get to Grenada. So.
Oh, for real? Oh, gosh. The thing start.
So maybe, I don't know.
The bouncing start, boy.
Yeah.
But, it's important that it's said so that people understand and get appreciation for when people say you have to have the numbers. What does that mean? What are the numbers? The numbers is tens of millions of people.
Not necessarily in population, but you also need advocates. Like, you have to come together as like the whole, I guess, English-speaking Caribbean to get that kind of award.
Right.
Like, I don't know, it would necessarily be a soca award. You know, I feel like the reggae category might need some working out right now. Because dancehall and reggae don't necessarily fit together.
Right.
They might call it reggae/dancehall. It might be more appropriate to get, like, you know, those popular artists in there who's actually, you know, moving and doing great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think first find two friends that are in the Grammys and get you registered.
Yeah. It has to be. It can't be Vikey Vi. It can't just be you have a big song in Trinidad or a big song for
Yeah,
Carnival
no.
or a big song for the whole Carnival circuit. The Notting Hills and the
But then
LAs and the
it's
Miami
local.
and wherever. That is still local as far as that machine is
It would be
concerned.
still considered local. Like you
Yeah.
have to, I'll bop to it all year long. But in order for it to get out of that local niche carnival market, you need advocates.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it has to be strategic.
Yes.
It's not road march you're going up for.
No.
This is
Nobody outside understands what a road march is outside
exactly.
of like the English speaking Caribbean.
So yeah, that takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of strategy and
And be realistic of what the
deliberate,
market is,
yeah,
right? The
deliberate
larger global
actions.
market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
yeah,
also
yeah.
being true, sorry to
Go
cut
ahead,
you,
go
but
ahead.
also being
Do
true
you
to like who you are. Like what makes Afrobeat special is because it sounds like, it sounds unique. It sounds different. It sounds like it's only from that region. I think we might get caught up in crossing
for the people in the back. There,
Caribbean music might get caught up in crossing over too much that they forget what makes them special. Right?
Yes, that is
And
exactly it.
that's the tapping into what makes you special.
Agreed. Yeah. You definitely have to decide what the voice is, distill it, and make it real potent. Because when you go
Oh
out
my
there,
God.
you don't want to get lost in.
Right.
Because it's so much. So as you say, just for the Grammys alone is what thousands of songs people are to consider. So
Right.
if it's sounding like something, if I like 200 songs in, right, and I hear and I done listen, all right, 200 songs in, and I listen to 20 Afrobeat songs in a row, and then I hear a beat like anything like Afrobeats in 5 seconds. I was like, nah, next. You had to stand out. You had to stand
You
out
gotta
from jump.
stand out. And I think
Yeah.
Trinidad, the Caribbean, I wanted to say Trinidad. I think we need to that's what stifles the music. Yes, it came out of Trinidad. It was born. So was Jamaica. Like, we know where it came from, but you can't stifle it that much. I think we
Yeah.
need to think of it more regionally. Especially when there's eyes on the Caribbean now because of what's going on politically in the world. Like,
Oh yeah, there's that too.
it needs to think of it as a region. Like independent nations, which it is.
I mean, to be fair, we seeing, not very often, but often enough to notice that non-Jamaican artists winning the Grammy in the reggae category, and
Right.
And people, I mean, they wouldn't do that this year, but
I mean,
and
it happens.
people in Jamaica, raising voices in dissent to that, but they made the music and they have their following, and like you said, the advocacy and the support behind them is
Right.
is what makes things
Right.
like that happen. I've always
Right.
said if there is a soca Grammy, if there ever is, I mean, is that the soca Grammy is a joke to me, right? But if there ever is a soca Grammy, we had to be prepared for a Beyonce or a Madonna or or somebody from Europe to win the first few soca Grammys, and that is a pill that a lot of people probably don't want to swallow, or reality that
Right.
that they're not prepared to face, because somebody to affect the world on that level with that kind of thing is not something that we're doing right now anyway. I would love for it to be a local artist if that becomes real, but realistically, that we've seen a lot of people with more access to things who find who find a sound that different and decide to dabble in it,
Right.
they get the recognition because they have, like you said, the support and the numbers behind them. So when they do something, we might see Taylor Swift win the win the first soca Grammy. People brain go explode.
Megan
but-
Trainor.
people brain go explode. But yeah, that is something that even more realistic as things stand now.
Right.
That is more realistic than I don't know, the biggest soca star in Trinidad winning a Grammy that is established for a soca category. Those three things. I ain't saying it ain't gonna happen. I ain't
Right.
saying I don't want it to happen. And I am saying my thoughts are not necessarily the thoughts of our radio, so don't if you're vexed about that,
Disclaimer.
don't come for our radio or Terese Joseph, please. You could argue with me. I go handle the scene. But
Right.
yeah, that we not seeing that anytime soon. But we could see Trinis though winning recognition and maybe Grammys. We've seen Trinis winning Grammys for other genres and their involvement in
Right.
in other genres, while not being the performer or the person
Or visuals.
the person
Yeah.
on screen. Yeah, we could be we have been, it just happened a few weeks ago, involved in and responsible for
Right.
things of that quality and of that recognition. So it's not impossible. It's not the first two Trinis, I think, or the first Trinis to be on Grammy award winning initiatives. We just don't see it sometimes. It
Right.
don't
I
come to
think
the fore, but-
you just need the advocates, like even the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, actually, if you go to the Grammy Museum, there is like a little section about the Mighty Sparrow.
Okay.
That's cute. I mean, it's small, but it's there. Like
Yeah.
it didn't have to be there. And I think just advocacy, like I don't. It's like, yeah, boy, it's not gonna happen. Nah, 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 nah. I was like, no, that's the wrong. No, it is gonna happen. I need to put something in play. I
Yeah.
need to talk to whoever I need to talk to make this happen.
Yeah, but like I said,
Right.
it has to be strategic. It's not going to
It
happen
has
just
to be
because
strategic
you're
and it has
popular.
to be unified. Like I would love to see Mighty Sparrow in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think he belongs there.
Yeah. Yeah.
While
In a
he's
real
still
way,
alive
yeah.
and can get some kind of recognition or flowers, like he is the father of like modern calypso.
Yeah.
He should absolutely be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But he needs an advocate.
Yeah.
He needs an advocate. He needs a plea. Like there needs to be people. And sadly, it's like with these smaller nations, you need government support to make these pleas.
Yeah,
But,
that's interesting. And considering the modern climate,
Right.
I
It's
don't
not a
know
priority.
how forthcoming that is, no? But that's something that's real interesting. But here what? We could
Or
take
private enterprise. I mean, private enterprise can, advocate too in their ways. By supporting artists.
Yeah.
Not just for when they want free FET tickets when they come up. Like actually like really, supporting the arts, patrons.
Yeah. At least not making it so hard to get the music out.
Right.
To get I guess it's for just marketing assistance, just
Right. I think the Caribbean
different
Awards in New
platforms
York
for
are
performing things like that is definitely going to make a difference.
Yeah, like I think the Caribbean Awards in New York is like a great start. I haven't personally been. Probably just needs like a little fine tuning, and that could be the stepping stone,
Yeah.
the official stepping stone.
That is definitely things like that is what we're talking about. Yeah.
There's a lot of potential for it. I think if they just make the right tweaks or get the right producers involved, they might have to look outside of whoever they gotten and just make it like a real thing.
Yeah. Definitely have that
I
has
feel
that
like it has so
potential.
much potential to
Yeah, that would be the word that
carry it
keeps coming
forward.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look for example, look at the and we talked about that in the last session too, the Bad Bunny performance.
Right.
Yeah, things like that on that get that kind of attention would guide people who curious, who open minded, who and people who want to attack the thing too, because
Right.
that
Exactly.
all them driving up the views. Cause you watching to
Right.
see whether he said about this or that, and you're watching translations and all of that. But I'm sure.
All the symbolism.
Yeah.
It was very Caribbean,
Very,
right?
very, yeah. The man
And it
starting the cane.
translated to multiple. It translated to that experience to multiple nations
Yeah.
in the region.
Yeah, and make sure
It was
make sure and
regional.
get the flags and everything, yeah,
The
because that
flags,
is
the
part of the
sugarcane
experience.
field,
Yeah.
the sugarcane field that ties the whole Caribbean
Everybody, yeah.
and I would say Brazilian experience together.
Actually, I wouldn't be I as we was talking about awards and thing, I wouldn't be surprised if that performance goes up for an Emmy award,
Of course.
Actually,
course.
I would be disappointed if it isn't.
course.
If it doesn't. Yeah. That's definitely something that is very noteworthy, very well put together. I was surprised that I didn't get all the symbolism either, but it's only afterwards when somebody was breaking down, especially the thing with the lamppost, with the people on the lamppost.
Yeah,
and
them
thing.
losing electricity.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't know
the
the
current
significance of
gone.
that. Yeah, exactly. It's only after somebody explain it on YouTube and thing and really run through the different aspects that they put in. These were all decisions that were made by a team of people, by creative directors and whatever. And
Yeah,
and it's
that
so
experience
much.
of the whole Caribbean, a rolling blackout.
Yeah. Everybody.
Sometimes you might not have water.
I know a guy. I know a guy that would have, climbed a lamp pole or two back in the day to make the little connection and thing is a real thing. So yeah. I think that get full marks. I was totally surprised that they were able to fit so much into
Right.
that presentation.
15 minutes.
Listen, that was a whole curriculum of Caribbean life there. Yeah, and fully in Spanish too. Yeah, that is extra marks.
But you as soon as you saw the sugarcane field, it was like, I get it.
I
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And walking through, everything.
I get it. It ties the whole thing together.
Yeah,
the sugarcane
yeah,
fields.
this is where we come from. We know about this.
We
right?
know about sugarcane fields.
We know about man cutting cane, boy, what going on?
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, things like that. Presentations like that, like you say, the
Representation, advocacy.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, right? So yeah, things like the Caribbean Music Awards, once it's something that coming from us and celebrated by us celebrating ourselves. So once it don't get too wild, because
Just a little tweak.
We could.
I haven't personally been there, but if you want to invite me, I'll come. But
hint.
yeah.
Yeah.
From what I heard and just hearing people that have attended and just a little, it has the potential to carry the thing forward, as they always say.
Yeah, for
push
sure.
Push the thing forward.
Yeah, this iteration definitely does. I could remember a similar show back in the day. I think it was it wasn't Caribbean Music Awards directly, if I remember correctly, but it was a music. There were prizes and that kind of thing. It ran for I don't know, about 5 years that I could remember. I remember some real good performances from that. First time I saw Alison Hines really sing. She sang a song with with Johnny King, if I remember correctly. Fantastic. So yeah, once we get moments like that, and marquee performances and thing, I think it will augur well to carry the thing forward, as we say. Yeah, and big it up. So we at a good point here. I could take a little break, and I want to come back and talk to you about the future, right? So back in a flash.
Need to raise funds for your next creative project, event, or invention? Or maybe you or a family member are raising funds for much needed medical treatment. Now, you can get started raising that much needed cash via Donate68.com, the newest 100% homegrown crowdfunding platform in Trinidad and Tobago. Donate68.com accepts donations from all major credit cards, but not only that, for those without a credit card, you can use your everyday Visa debit card to make donations. So log on today and create a campaign for your next passion project, startup, or cause. Share your campaign with your community of family, friends, and supporters to get the financial backing you need. Donate68.com, funding your culture.
And we back. We back? Hold on. Yes, we back. Right. So we back with Terese Joseph, who is pulling back the curtain a little bit, giving us her the benefit of her expertise and her what is the word I'm looking for, boy? And her perspective from deep within the music industry with a real credible background. Started from the ground up, as they say, you know what I mean, as an intern, up the ranks through the years, up to the corner office. Wait, you really have a corner office in truth?
I don't, but I got it.
It's a nice office, though, I'm sure.
It's a nice office.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. I want to say that before we move on. So what's the plans for the future? You're coming to buy land in Las Lomas. You're coming to plant garden. What's the outlook on the Trini life? You ready to leave the big city and as we talk about
and head back to
Bataria. Yeah. Come and plant something.
I actually haven't been back in a while. I haven't been
it's true.
back.
Yeah.
When was the last time I was back? 2023? I was on
24?
every year. I think
23
it's
or 24?
2023.
Wow.
Or 2024 it could
Yeah,
be.
it
Feels like a long time.
Yeah.
And I haven't done carnival in Trinidad since 2020. Which is gasping and calling.
Yeah, we on the other side of the decade now. You know, you better watch yourself.
Right.
You gotta come for that blue book you have there, you know.
I know. It's gotta get used. Well, I can't even use it, apparently. I have to go in as an American and leave as an American.
Really?
And that's what I heard.
Girl.
But we'll know.
Just flash your thing and go in the line. Don't study them. What they go do? Send you home? What is the worst they could do?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing? They done reach already. So what's the outlook? Because we already established, you know, that your Trini essence is alive and well. You know, you are someone who works behind the scenes as best as you could to support the artists and I guess people
Right.
that you believe in here. So that is no question. It's no fly by night or lip service. You have a background doing it. You have good relationships doing it.
Yeah.
So when you're going on set up the
Open the record label in Trinidad.
I was getting kicks about planting garden and thing. But what really thing is, when you're going and set up, the business
I
school.
heard you try to set up a studio out there.
When you're going and set up, forget the studio. People go handle the studio. Matix go handle the studio, you just gave me money. But as far as the business school, the lectures, the things like that. Because when we talk about advocacy, things could, if you are recognized as an advocate, some people usually equate advocacy with free thing. So
yeah, I usually give the free thing.
You see, so
you should give the free advice,
right?
In
so
the free time.
Yeah. So let people know what your outlook for the industry here is. I guess what you think of it now. Things that we could work on. Things that we need to be ready for. This is strictly to artists and creative people in the music industry.
All right.
What you think we could use as an edge? I say in we, but not.
I think getting the business together. That is first advocacy, marketing, kind of being what the united message is. Are we marketing our uniqueness? Are we marketing our assimilation? Like, what's the goal? Hopefully it's not the assimilation, but more of what makes, the Caribbean region and the nations that are in it unique. I think there needs to be a push for that. Usually when people think of the Caribbean, they think of Amon and Bob Marley and a cruise ship. It's so much more and so complex, and it's so
a solitary steel pan and a straw hat.
Yeah, it's such a mixture of different groups of people that came to the Caribbean to make, this sound, this look, this feel, the food. I think that's what needs to be tapped in a lot more. I don't think it's at its full potential of where it could go. Being fully tapped in,
right?
Of what makes them unique. I think Grenada's doing a good job now of highlighting what makes them unique.
Yeah,
we got spice and we got jab and we got lush Greenland, and we are pumping that through nonstop.
Beat you over the head with it.
Pump. And now when people go, they'll be like, oh, I want to experience this. I want to experience that. That's unique to being in Grenada. I think Trinidad did that. It might be losing its touch. To me, as an outsider, just looking in. I want to see more uniqueness. I want to see more the African and the Indian combination. I think it's a very unique place on earth where you get the two mixing together as one.
Yeah, very much so.
It's very unique. Probably just Guyana, Trinidad, maybe Mauritius, where you would get that mix. It's very unique to blend those two together and learn how to blend them well.
Yeah.
And I think that just needs to be highlighted more of what makes Trinidad unique. Yes, there's also the other subcultures. You have the influx of the Venezuelans. You have, the people that would be considered like Syrian. Influx of the Chinese, but at the core, I feel is that African and Indian rhythm together.
Yeah.
Even the food mixed together. It's a special blend, and it's unique to Trinidad. That just needs to be always pushed and highlighted to show its uniqueness.
Yeah.
And the music, those two musical forces came together to create soca. It's powerful. Why are we not tapping into it more?
Yeah.
Like, if an outsider, I saw like a chat and post. If I was an outsider who knew nothing about Trinidad, I would think that it was just a lot of naked people just partying all night long.
Right.
Yes, but there's so much more involved, and that is probably like 10% of what it's about.
Yeah, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of
There's so much history.
yeah, a lot of
that I
cultural
don't feel like it's
reference
feeling fully recognized. It's just naked, fast party, naked, fast party. If I was looking on the outside, like people just think it's like a wild orgy happening on the street, and I'm just like, actually, when you get there,
yeah.
Trinidad is. If you strip it down 2 notches, they're very conservative.
Yeah, it's a bit of dichotomy, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of the nakedness or the revelry is carried by, you know, and supported by youthful energy. Let's just be real. That is part of it. But,
right, but there's also could be the youthful energy where it is the historical, where it is the patriotic,
yeah,
where it's not just the string. There's so much more to it. The highlight the steel pan more.
Yeah.
I would love to see more steel pan on the street carnival Monday. I would love the big bands to actually maybe incorporate at least one steel band section with the music truck.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Put it at the
thing to
front
do.
if you want it. Put it at the back. Incorporate it.
Yeah,
It's an important part of the culture.
yeah,
Have a rhythm section in all the bands. Going down the street, the big bands.
yeah. I mean,
These are things that push the culture forward. This is things that you leave for the next generation. I could leave a bikini thong for the next generation. It doesn't mean anything. I could leave rhythm, melody, recipes. Those are the things that carry on. Storytelling.
yeah.
Let's tap into that a little bit more. Because, like, if you would see it from the outside, I always like think about it. Like, if I knew nothing about that, it's just, oh wow, you guys are just having just revelry and sex on the street, and everyone's naked and gyrating on everybody. But it's not like that at all. When you get down there, it's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Like,
We had
it's literally a couple of weeks, and then it's back to being in a conservative, fairly conservative nation.
Yeah, we really need to lean on the fact that, you know, there's a whole society here. It's not, and even if we're just talking about carnival, and promoting carnival. Carnival is not, as we know that it's not that one-dimensional thing. It's not just a big party. The history behind it is intertwined with the history of the nation, and the history of a lot of things and a lot of institutions outside of the carnival festival. A lot of things that go on during the course of the year are things that, you know, that feed back into the carnival experience when that time comes, you know.
It's a big export. Clearly, there's a
a
carnival in LA. There's one in Quebec. Like there's one in Japan. It's all over the place. It's an important export, but don't lose the essence of what it is.
Exactly, because what we export.
Don't lose the cultural component of it for the flash dance, bend over thong. Like it's so much more.
I mean, let's not be too hasty, right? And
I mean, it starts from young, right? It starts from school. I love to see the kids because the kids actually have all costumes. We are not saying to throw away the
tongues, right? We're saying that, you know, we need more balance. Yes.
Balance.
I was gonna do the Marshall voice, but I promise not to.
Like have their reason to go back into the stands and watch mass. There's nothing to see.
Yeah.
There's nothing to see.
Yeah, somebody was commenting on that aspect in particular, the fact that even though, you know, you have people on the road and, you know, the band's making so much money and all of that, and a successful business, and for the most part all the masqueraders enjoy the experience. Nobody in the stands watching the mass.
And then you look at Brazil, and it's just like,
Oh,
thousands of people are in those stadiums
right.
to watch a show. That's the greatest. I love Trinidad, but don't take away my citizenship. But that's a show.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
show.
It's definitely
show.
it's definitely
It's a show. And Trinidad's
tailor-made for
it's more
that
party,
viewing, yeah.
right? But I want some show.
Yeah.
Bring the show back.
Yeah, that should be a whole campaign,
mandatory.
and the team for Carnival 2027.
It should be mandatory. Just like you have to have some kind of traditional aspect to your band, if
Yeah.
it's a party band or not.
Yeah.
You gotta have something that ties in
Yeah, NCC
the
on
cultural
phone and tell
aspect
them.
of Trinidad. If it's a Tassa drum band, is a rhythm section, you have to have it in your band.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday. If that was enforced, come on.
Yeah, and people
No matter who your
deal
band
with
is.
it. Yeah, because we ain't no strangers to rhythm. Any kind of give we any kind of rhythm on the road, people enjoy themselves and you know
Right.
and make the best of it. I think it's just it's not a matter of what the audience wants or what the masqueraders want. If you give them something that is authentic and is well presented and is not musicians, you're paying at $200 for the day, so they just you know they go just knock the pan or the drum or whatever, but you know you really make them feel a part of the presentation
experience.
and the experience. Yeah,
On the road.
yeah, absolutely. I think
Not when you're
masqueraders
leaving the
will
party.
yeah, well that yeah, the rhythm section is not a signal to go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, make them part of the experience, and absolutely, I think masqueraders will enjoy that. I will enjoy that as a masquerader. I think, because sometimes you can't take the jamming too much from them music trucks. Yeah, a little after lunch session to get you back on the road. You know, you just follow
That is
some
perfect.
rhythm.
They come
or
on
you
right
follow some
to
rhythm
get
or
the
up
energy
on
easy
side
back in.
into you're leaving the rest stop into your section, and you know you get into it.
Let the drum call you back on the road.
Yo,
If somebody steal our idea,
hey, they go thief that, you know.
and make it mandatory.
Yeah, they go thief that, boy. Terese, I gotta cut it out, you know. I gotta edit that out, girl.
I would love
but
that.
you-
I think also people would love that too. Like, this is great. This is
Yeah. But
amazing.
you know you have all the links. You you
Not in them big bands. I gotta fight it out with everybody
make
else.
two calls and make that happen for I don't want to call a band either, because they go say you call this one another one. But yeah, I think if I know a band coming with that a proper, you know, palatable rhythm section, a brass band maybe, yeah, from the rest stop to get you back on the road, and you know you take a nice half hour, 45-minute chip into
to ease you back in.
yeah, ease you back into the thing. They play some old soca, some groovy calypso, you know,
That
and you're
too.
mixing
That's-
that into boom.
That too.
Yeah, that is a nice little afternoon trip
That
there.
too. That's a nice progression. It also gives, it's these songs
Yeah,
not only supposed to last, for a year.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can bring 'em back.
Yeah, you bring back some tunes. Yeah, let people just just chip slow on the road, man. Yeah. They will thief the idea for sure. I hope they do. Or they get that one for free. When
Yeah, I hope so.
when
I would love that experience.
when we set up the production company, you had to pay up though. we wore
We set up
royalties.
the
We
label.
wore royalties for we ideas, eh?
I mean, I would love if there was a formalized label in the Caribbean. I would love it. I would join in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But,
So
things with more structure, and of course, there's a lot of financing involved with doing that. But
naturally. Yeah, so we're looking forward to and that is innovation is also something credible that you know a throwback to previous days and previous traditions. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I like that idea. I really, knock on wood, I really hope somebody teeth it in truth. So, yeah, girl, talking about teeth and ideas, I had to tell you about who teeth. They ain't easy, you know. But, yeah, so, all right. So, advocate, administrator, what is our next single word I could use to describe her, boy? Passionate, innovator,
Give back.
hardworking,
That's what.
hardworking.
If you have one of these and you live abroad, give back.
Oh, you know what is something
You
that
gotta give back any way you can. It could be advice. It doesn't have to be monetary.
yeah.
Advice is also an expensive commodity, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's information. If you give somebody the keys, then you arm them with something that could benefit their progress. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Advice is important.
Yep.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it did come up since last we spoke about people who have lived abroad extensively. We're talking about 20, 30 years. People who left young and retired and come back and would have served in various industries and fields and you know, and like the people we talk to now, the people who would have, you know, been in positions of decision making, been in positions where, you know, they're very what is the word, intimate with different things, could come back. When they come back, they just come back and, you know, they set up their house and the thing and they live day to day. But should really be people that we're talking to as well. Just the experience and, you know, advice are things that go a long way. So yeah, so when you're doing the lectures and thing.
I will come if you invite me.
Right. We will set up that. We will set up.
I mean, I've given back. You know, be remiss for me to not to highlight Simon Baptiste and Odo's. It's called 1 Degree Separation, where he has a network of people in different forms of entertainment, TV, film, production, music, and just tries to make a network of all these different people in the Caribbean. You don't necessarily have to be in the Caribbean, but also abroad, where you can pull resources together and collaborate on different things.
No, definitely. That is one of Simon superpowers. He and all advised me on things, and I was like, shucks, I didn't think of that. Thank you. You know.
Just that network alone, like, you know, sometimes it might not be the automatic push that people would want or need, but there's so much resources. When we look at it like on a bigger scale, be like, oh wow, somebody in Trinidad is working on animation on Disney movies, and this person's working on that, and that person just got a Grammy, and this person's doing that, and that person's doing is acting, and this person's doing visual effects. There's so many people out there who consider this, you know, region home, consider Trinidad home, consider the Caribbean home. I think it's just tapping back into those people for the return. Like how Ghana had the return come back. I think there needs to be the same push, but also the return and the advocacy and the mentorship, all of that needs to come.
As a matter of fact, I mean,
if you got one of these, give back.
I mean, what I was saying, I kind of focusing on people in music and the music industry for this month, for March, right? But there is somebody I want to talk to. He is a player in the NFL. He played with the Steelers. Shucks, the name doesn't come to mind. because I really didn't plan on talking about him today. But yeah, he's somebody I want to talk to because he wants to set up training camps and scouting services for the NFL in Trinidad. And I think
Amazing.
Listen,
Love it.
I think
Give
that
back.
is a brilliant idea. I want to talk
Amazing.
to him about. So
Love it. What's his number?
Now I go. I have well, not contact information. I have the Instagram and thing. I send him invitation and whatever, and I just had a follow up on it. But like I said, we focusing on the music from March, different different angles of the thing, and I probably want to set it up so that he would be one of the first people we talk to in April if we still around. When I say still around, not that the show going anywhere, but it might be. I don't know if we close to the end of the season. That is what I mean. I mean that the show done or planning to.
Can't be. There's so much work to be done.
It's easy to get misquoted out here in these media streets.
I'm still sorry, Terry Lyon. I'm sorry.
Out in these media streets,
sorry.
It ain't easy. It have people around the corner waiting. Oh,
I'm sorry, Terry Lyon.
You don't even know the person's full name.
Apologies.
Talking about them on the media. Boy, it ain't easy. But yeah, that's definitely somebody I want to link with, and people like that with the resources, with the connections, with the interest. To giving back and making a contribution based on their experience in Trinidad. So, it's not somebody coming from, and there's the thing, it will translate better if it's one of us, somebody who is from here, who grew up here, which is why I ask guests when they come on this show to talk about, the formative years and the childhood and the family background and the primary school and things like that. So, it's somebody who shares the connection and the experience being here or being from here, right? And when somebody like that goes out and is successful and all of that, yeah, that's fine. But, they could come back and with an understanding of the people that they're talking to and what their needs would be, and the best way to translate things to them, because we could always get grants and the European Union could give away money from now till whenever, but they don't necessarily have the intimate understanding of what
of the people
of the people. As well intentioned as the grants and the donations and the support might be, the benefit of somebody from here guiding that process is immense. So yeah, people like that is who we wanna highlight and and get some things going. Speaking of getting things going. It's about that time before we really before we really end up in some trouble with the show coming up. So once again, for the second time around, I think we get it this time. Nice. So Dante be gone. I think we get it. So thank you for joining us. We look forward.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to having you in person when next you visit.
I know, I gotta get back.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm overdue.
It's about what 4 Pomerac season you miss.
Love them.
You love your apple. What you call them? Apple pears.
An apple pear. It has a consistency of a pear and tastes like an apple.
Listen, every time I pass in this tree, I'll be like, wait.
Apple pear. It makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
It makes 100%.
It's shaped. Yes.
But it has the consistency of a pear.
Yeah.
Like an apple.
Every time, we pick in or if we don't pick as often and the birds start to deal with them. As make sure and send Terese pictures of Pictures of the
All of
Pomeranian.
it going to waste.
Yeah, saying like, what going on with you? Yeah. We know it's one of your favorite things. So time it for next time. Yeah. So yeah, again, nice having you. Thank you for lending us the time. Thank you for
Thank you
the
so much.
for the
It's my pleasure.
perspective and the outlook and the little peek behind the industry curtain. I hope your advice and your pointers fall on the right ears and people take it seriously and to heart. And yeah, all the best.
And I'm always here to talk or for guidance. Like it doesn't cost me anything. Like I love to do it. If
Nice.
somebody from Trinidad has a question, needs help, is stuck on a little contractual thing, needs a reference, like I'm more than willing. But everybody don't hit up my
Nice.
Instagram.
No, that's what, no, we don't say. You realize I say a word while you say
Be
it.
like, but I that's the way I give back, and
Yeah.
any way I can, I will.
The lovely lady, people, all right, all you're watching me now, there's us, me and the audience here, right? All you hear the lovely lady made herself available and approachable for advice and pointers and things like that. All you don't ask me for her number, you're not gonna get that from me, right? I trying to keep my business straight. Feel free to address the office of the SVP, the SVP of A&R admin at Warner Records, right? Send your questions there. Don't send it don't send it here at all. We not the volume for that. Right. So year 55, nice. We gone. Thank you for joining us. We go see you in person for your interview. Your interview has just been completed, and bring your Guyanese friend with you now, cause she get in trouble.
It's a combo.
Listen, and I'm here for it. Hey Sam, yeah, Olia. Take care. We couldn't talk about the carnival to Banca too much because I guess that time passed and I didn't want to bring it up to get you sour, like I just did. So, all right.
Next year maybe.
Yeah. Next year we will have footage on the road and thing. We waiting on you. All right. Later. We gone.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Later, people. Yeah. So that was Terese Joseph. For the second episode 12, the second time. Yeah, I'll figure out how to label that when the time come. But yeah, glad we get the chance to catch up with her and get the words of advice. They're very important. I hope all you take it seriously and we get this thing to move to another level because it has other levels to get to, right? So yeah, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I am going to end the show now. All right, later. Bye.
I feel like
Oh, shucks.
is my couch in this?
I just stopped the recording. Wait, hold on.